The Entity, It Follows, is the title of the unnamed supernatural being in the film It Follows. But what is it? Little is known. However, the movie presents it as an unrelenting murderer, bent on killing whomever is the bearer of the curse, stalking them, slowly following its victim no quicker than a walking pace. The curse itself can be passed on to anyone via intercourse. This can be a great way to remove the entity from pursuing you, as you pass the stalking beast onto someone else. However, if that individual gets killed by the entity will revert to pursuing you. The creature will murder each bearer of the curse in sequence until presumably it will reach the original bearer of the curse, if they have remained alive. In appearance, the entity has never revealed its true form, if it does in fact even have a true form. It will consistently appear in a new shape to each of its victims. The form is not an illusion, and it directly changes the mass of the entity, as shown when the entity becomes a small boy so it can enter into the boathouse to pursue Jay. It did this due to its other form being too large. The fact the entity will change its shape as a means of getting closer to its victim displays a level of higher reasoning and thought process. Also, shows the entity to be somewhat sadistic. The entity took the form of Greg's mother, complete in nighttime attire, to trick Greg in opening the door. The sadistic and twisted nature comes through when Jay witnesses the entity raping Greg to death. So his final thoughts as he took his last breath would be his mother raped him and murdered him. We don't know if the entity's method of dispensing death is usually sexual, as we have only seen two victims, Greg and Annie. Annie, we saw the aftermath of the entity's attack, a snapped leg, forced backwards at the knee, so this could very well be a particularly horrendous sexually related death. However, that's simply a theory. Though, it is a theory that makes sense due to the nature of the curse being sexually transmitted. In terms of intellect, we can see that the entity has a certain level of thought and reasoning, not only from its transforming, however. When Jay and the gang set up the trap in the swimming pool, the entity was fully aware of what was going on. It stopped, watching, assessing the situation before it, until the entity then proceeded to hurl the appliances into the pool in an attempt to either kill Jay or drive her out from safety. Although the entity doesn't reveal itself to anyone who isn't afflicted by the curse, it doesn't seem to care if people become aware of its existence, as shown when it defended itself against Paul, making him aware that Jay was not delusional. Why it does what it does isn't known. If we take the theory that the entity murders its victims through sexual means, one theory which fits is that the entity is in fact a former human, potentially sexually abused and killed, becoming a twisted demonic ghost, exacting revenge on its murderer and those now linked to that individual via intercourse. Of course, this is all speculation, however. What they managed to create with this film was truly incredible. The entity was a persistent, unrelenting beast. The tone of the movie and the cinematography is just spot on. A film that evidently did not have a large budget, but it didn't need one, and it succeeded as an awesome movie. So, you guys might be thinking, why is Mr. H making this video? I'd only seen this movie once when it first came out, and having moved house recently and searching through Netflix for a movie to watch, it came up on a recommended list, and I remembered how much I enjoyed it. So I wanted to put a spotlight on the movie and bring it to you guys, raising a discussion surrounding the entity, the titular It that follows. So what did you guys think of this creature, and have you seen the movie? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section, and if you did enjoy this video then please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more in the future. If you want to interact with me and see what I'm up to in my daily life, check out my Twitter at Mr. H Reviews. As always though, I've been Mr. H, and until next time, I'll catch you in the comments section.